I'm not always the happiest when I'm not able to respond to all your questions. So let's go and see what's happening with the top gainers for the day. Somebody's already excited. I'm seeing Zini's comment there. She says Honeywell is doing some wonders. So yeah, that's it. We invest to enjoy such wonders. All right. So straight away to the screen, we have Tran Express 10% gain, 2 naira 20 kobo. Honeywell Floor 18 naira 15 kobo, maximum 10% gains. Something has not been told us about Honeywell, and we're just patiently going to keep waiting. Have you noticed that Honeywell Floor and a stock like Northern Nigerian Floor Mills have been rising, so to say, all through this week? Well, they both have one thing in common, which is the parent company, Nigerian Flour Mills itself. And so maybe it has been decided how much Honeywell Flour will be paid for minority shareholders to be paid off, so the company is delisted. We don't know. And then there could also be a ripple effect on Northern Nigerian Flour Mills. So we wait and hope to see. But congratulations to everybody who got Honeywell Floor when it was called at 490 kobo and 5 naira. So if you are here, you bought that stock at 5 naira, at even 6 naira, or even 9 naira, please indicate. Just type how much you bought, like 9 naira or 950 or 650, or if you really want to speak about it, let's make today's live session very interactive. We want to hear from you. So while others are listening, when you bought your Honeywell, why you bought your Honeywell, and how much you bought it, because today as we speak, Honeywell is 18 naira 15 kobo. What a way to make money. So somebody who bought at 5 naira per share and invested 5 million naira, that's 1 million shares of Honeywell Floor. Currently, that 5 million naira is now worth 18 million naira. 18.15 million naira. So let me go back to the top gainers. So Honeywell Floor is second on the top gainers list with 10% gain maximum. McNichols is the third on the list, 9.84% gain. And of course, the fourth on the list is Name It. We spoke about Name It most recently, how the best price to buy Name It would have been under 3 naira, but Name It too seems to be picking up right now, 9.79% gained. And then we have Nigerian Police Force Microfinance Bank, 9.79% gain also, now 2 naira 58 kobo. Then what else? We have Champion Breweries, number 6, top gainer, 9.68% at 6 naira 80 kobo as we speak. Then we also have Cornerstone Insurance, 9.52%, currently 3 naira 45 kobo per share. And then we have Beja Paints, 6.29%, 22 naira 80 kobo. Access Corporation, 5% gained as we speak, currently 23 naira 10 kobo. So it happened in the course of yesterday's AGM meeting in Access Bank that the shareholders were very unhappy with the performance of the management in terms of dividend payout, and they really fired them some questions, which is very good and very much welcome with regards to shareholder activism. It's been dead and gone. Many years ago, we used to have a very vibrant shareholder activism and shareholder group, okay, that pressures management to do the right things, and when they do the wrong things, they are called to order. So yesterday's Access Bank meeting, the management actually felt a bit of the heat when shareholders complained bitterly about how poorly the dividend was, and that move eventually got the management to give a promise, issue a promise that they are going to do better beginning with their first quarter result for 2020. First interim dividend for 2025. So everybody is now watching to see what becomes of Access Bank, and because of that, just by that action, Access Bank has appeared on the top gainers list for the day. You know, it's been sleeping around 21 naira per share for so long. But as we speak this morning, it has fired up to 23 naira 10 kobo, suddenly gaining 5% for the day. And then we also have Omatech occupying the number 10 spot at 0.66, that's 66 kobo per share, gaining 4.76%. You know, we do top gainers and it's always the top 10, but because of the interest of so many people here, I will mention the 11th top gainer for the day at the moment, and that goes to Champs. Suddenly Champs 2 naira 30 kobo, right? 2 naira 30 kobo, gaining 4.55% as we speak. So it's a very, very interesting situation in the stock market as we speak, and hopefully it gets better. Suddenly, these Champs, they've been dumping at 2 naira, under 2 naira, sometimes 2 naira 5 kobo. Suddenly is standing strong and firm, and currently 2 naira 30 kobo. A lot is going on in the market. You don't want to be caught unawares, right? Coach, what is the best price for First Holdco today? 24 and below. That is if it doesn't gain attention that drives the price up. So that's also a good sign. When Access Bank begins to gain the way it's trying to do, it means that First Holdco will have to wake up, because normally, naturally, First Holdco is supposed to always be ahead of Access, but they also will need to sit up and pay better dividends going forward. And so this is where you will find that there could be some upsides. If Access can live to the promises that they've made and keep to it, then of course we will see some very good moves. The same way UBA last year for the first time stepped up their interim dividend and paid double what GTCO and Zenith were paying, right? And that catapulted the stock price from 16 naira. I remember vividly, UBA used to move around 13, 16 last year. And then the moment they paid interim dividend 2 naira per share, while GTCO and Zenith were paying 1 naira, the stock price catapulted to 20 something and eventually ended at the 34 you see it today. So all Access needs to do is keep to the promise, pay a bit more, and then the stock price will certainly cross and maybe attempt to touch 30. Good day, Coach, please. Which short-term stock would you recommend that is good? Maybe food stock. In Kilmabi, your question is coming with a lot of demands. It has to be food, and then it has to be short-term. That makes it even tighter and more difficult. But I can tell you, in the consumer goods sector, Cadbury, UACN are the two best that could give you good returns. But I will not state how long, because nobody can predict the market. So don't use funds that you need urgently, okay? Ready to weigh in Abuja, good afternoon to you too. Looking for your comments right now. Remember, today is the last trading day of the week. What's happening with your portfolio? Are you rebalancing, or are you dollar cost averaging? Let's know what's happening with you. Mozontomi Kale says, good afternoon, well, Coach. I must recommend the wonderful work you're doing. Thank you very much. Really appreciate your feedback, which is very kind of you. Okay, still searching for your comments. Keep the screens busy. Let's get more people involved and let them also benefit. Nigerian Brew is really doing well for me, Coach. Akins, congratulations. That's because you were able to be so brave enough to buy even after the poor performance last year. But we saw it coming, and we also called it out here that most of those stocks that suffered last year due to foreign exchange losses will be bouncing back. And then, of course, because they sell consumer items like beer and drinks, which man cannot do without, they are bound to recover because of the exclusive preserve they have regarding price increase. So when inflation swept across the economy last year, most of the stocks suffered with the devaluation that happened with the Naira and foreign exchange losses. Yes, so I did 9 Naira 19. Glad I did not immediately sell. I've made over $1 million on that stock. Fortune Ojedama speaking, talking about Honeywell floor. Interesting stuff. Now I have my witnesses. It's always good to call to hear about what others are experiencing, because we are really not playing here. Otherwise, I will not be coming here then I would have been wasting my time coming here. But you see, when what we are doing is resulting into profits in people's bank accounts, then I am fulfilled. Chris Ibeto says, I missed out on Honeywell. Sorry about that. Sometimes it happens. But for now, let's celebrate all those Honeywell winners. Olorika says, I bought 9 Naira 50 Kobo coach. Come on now. Congratulations. It's now 18 Naira and above. That's a good one. They're almost 10 Naira per share again. Oh my God. Mabraji bought at 6 Naira 40 Kobo. Now, this one, I'm going to give you a call. You have to come in and talk to us. Hello, Mabraji, where are you? Are you at work? Are you able to talk? Please, let's talk. If you can, put a call through and let's have a word. But I'm searching for you right now because we need to hear your story. This is how to dominate our Friday sessions. Mabraji bought at 6 Naira, so he got the call early. I know I started talking about it at 4 Naira 90 Kobo, and then it got to 5, went up a little bit, came back, and then kept going. So from 6, and you had the discipline to hold on. Oh, Beautifying Shop, you bought at 11. Congratulations, you are more than 7 Naira per share up. So if you bought 100,000 shares, you are currently 700,000 Naira richer. That's because at 11 Naira, 100,000 shares would have costed about 1.1 million Naira. Is that? 100,000 shares at 11 Naira, and then now it's worth 1.8 million because the price is 18 Naira per share, and we are talking about a very short space of time. Okay, looks like that invitation didn't go through, or just maybe Mabraji is busy, but it's looking like it's still on its way, not seeing it go through. Okay, 9 Naira per share. Do I have some witnesses even on Instagram? Let's see. Nobody bought on Instagram. That time, you know, I wasn't always on Instagram until most recently. So maybe you won't get feedbacks there. Can I hold my international breweries or sell and buy charms, rebuild and rise? Actually, the choice is yours. Most of those international breweries, may they not dilute the shares. I think that's the brewery company that the Akwa Ibom State government has a stake, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it Champion? Between Champion and International. Forgotten which of them. But I can't really tell right now. Do you really have charms at all? Or you don't? If you have some charms already, I would say sit out the international breweries and let's see how it goes. But if you do not have charms and you feel like you may be losing out on an opportunity to enjoy, because charms will also do rights issue and so on. The reason why, no matter what's going on with charms, the reason why I believe that charms is undervalued is because it's been at this price for nearly 1 year. And the question is, are you telling me that they've not been creating value at all? Well, I even came across a news yesterday. I think that news was published last month about Champs' foray into Sierra Leone. So they've opened their business in Sierra Leone and they are already operating there outside the country. And that tells you a lot about the ambition of the company. So when a company is building quietly, you hardly hear the sound. You hardly hear any noises. And then give it 1 year, 2 years after, the results begin to make the noise. And that's how I prefer to build wealth as well. So if you are listening to me, just stay patient with your charms and watch out what happens. Already, one of my predictions about charms has come to pass when I stated that there is a chance they could give a bonus, or because of the reason that they have to increase their share capital. In any case, they are not giving bonus, but they are actually doing rights issue, which is also a very wise way to do it, because they do not have the general reserve to fund such bonus shares at the moment. And of course, considering the fact that they need money to do the expansion of the business that they have already embarked on, the wisest thing to do was to do a rights issue, but to also make shareholders happy. They are offering it at a very good discount. Now imagine charms at 2 naira 30 kobo, and then the right comes out and it's as rumored if it stays at 1 naira 70 kobo. That's a whole 60 kobo per share discount on that stock. And you know, when 60 kobo makes more sense on a penny stock than if it was a 100 naira stock. So if you check by percentage, that's a whole lot that the company is about to give as discount. All right, so that's the way to reason this out. For over almost 1 year now, charms has remained at the same price. Coach, talk about the federal government sukuk instrument. Okuna Raphael, I've said a lot about it. Go and check the videos of yesterday and the day before. But to be very precise, the day before yesterday's video, first 10 minutes was dedicated to charms. So you don't need to wait too long, because it's almost a 2-hour video on a daily basis. But in the first 10 minutes of the day before yesterday's video, you will see everything about sukuk bond, and it will be monotonous and deny us of progress if we continue to come and repeat the same thing on a daily basis. Coach, is Guinness a good buy at 84? Yes, but if you find that 80 good or anything less, but not more than 84 is fine. Coach, please, what's your take on buying Dangote cement or Lafarge cement? Two very different approaches that they've had. Dangote is paying huge dividends. Dangote is reducing the number of shares that they have in circulation and all kinds of things that they are trying to do, while Lafarge is in the midst of a takeover by a majority shareholder from China who is buying off the current majority stakeholder. And for me, I know that Lafarge is highly undervalued. Highly undervalued. The question is, the majority stakeholder coming to buy off the existing majority stakeholder, are they looking to delist? Are they looking to buy off also the minority shareholders when they are done with the majority shareholder? All of those things is what has kept the stock guessing and has remained around 78, 79, 80. But guess what? That stock should be selling for 150. The problem is they have remained adamant in increasing the dividend per share, and that's why that stock has not really moved too much. But when we talk about valuation and the actual worth of that company per share, it should not be selling for anything less than 100 naira, between 100 naira and 150 per share. Currently at 78 or 80, we wait to see how far that whole arrangement with the takeover pans out, right? So, as we speak, anybody who has patience and is interested between Dangote Cement and Lafarge, I think I'll go for Lafarge, because Dangote Cement is expensive, though it will still rise based on what they are doing. And now you can imagine, why is Dangote Cement over 400 naira per share, 440 naira or so per share, and Lafarge is at 78 naira per share? Dangote Cement is actually bigger. That's the truth. The biggest cement manufacturer is Dangote at the moment, bigger than Lafarge. But Lafarge has great tendencies to grow. They already have international presence outside Nigeria, though those are not the direct Nigerian Lafarge. The long and short of it is, Dangote Cement has proven itself over the years. For instance, dividend for 2024 is 30 naira per share. So a stock is paying 30 naira per share and another is paying 2 naira per share. Just recently they declared an interim dividend of 4 naira per share. So you can imagine the whole 2024, what they declared is 2 naira. And that's why the stock price remained where it is. Whereas Dangote continues to pay out heavily, 30 naira per share. So it's up to you if you're looking forward to dividend gain, dividend income, then Dangote Cement may just be better. But with the change in ownership that is planned for Lafarge, you just can't say how that will change the current status. Coach, is UPDC still a medium long-term play? Yes. As far as you get it, it's looking like it may not sell below 3 naira, but anything can happen. Today is Friday. Let's hope and see that things go as planned. Okay? Now, this is what I've been saying. Champs has been 2 naira for so long, even dropping below 2 naira, and people were scared. Now that Champs is 2 naira 30 kobo, we have a question. Coach, is Champs a good buy at 2 naira 30 kobo? Now I'll ask you a question. If Champs, if you buy it at 2 naira 30 kobo and it drops to 2 naira 15 kobo, will you be patient enough and endure the bad feeling it brings? If you can, no problems. Otherwise, set your trap at 2 naira 10 kobo just in case an impatient seller comes into the market to sell down. But if you buy at 230 currently, then you have to be ready to watch it drop to maybe 210 and stay patient and endure the pain, right? I understand that sometimes it may be that you didn't have the money, but we just seem to still haven't learned this one singular winning formula that I've been using for these 27 years. You guys need to understand this. When a stock is being mentioned and it is not looking so attractive, but you are convinced, buy that stock. Stop waiting till when it starts gaining attention. Unless you didn't have cash at that point, that will be understood. But to wait until it starts moving, then I will now say buy at 2 naira 30 kobo, then it drops to 2 naira 10 kobo temporarily. You now feel bad and say a wrong recommendation has been made. But that recommendation was made since up till this week. People still bought 2 naira and 2 naira 8 kobo and 2 naira 5 kobo. Yeah? Okay, Tush is asking, United Health. I've been watching that stock collapse due to several scandals happening. United Health is a foreign stock, and it's a huge, giant stock, $300 and something per share. But as we speak, it has crashed to 200 and something as at yesterday due to several scandals here and there, and even the CEO stepping down or resigning or something like that. So a lot of investigation is going on and things are not very clear. So it will not be wise to jump in so quickly. Though this is something that eventually will make you money by the time they are done with the case. The problem is how deep is the damage? Because when investigation is going on, you can't tell what the outcome will be. Come out with a very bad result, the stock sinks further. So if you bought before the outcome of the investigation, there's a problem because you will suffer heavy losses. Or come out with a good report and the stock jumps, thereby rewarding you for your bravery. So it's quite a 50-50 chance, but at least if you buy United Health now, you'll be buying far less than what it used to cost. And it may take a lot of time depending on the nature of the damage, how long the investigation and all of the news and negative press report will generate, how long it will last in the media. If it will not last too long, then there is a chance that you can recover a lot, you can record a lot of gains from this move. So the ball is in your court. If I were your shoes and really need to make this move, what I will do is, let's say I have $1,000 I want to invest in it, I will put down 50% of that. Buy it now that the news is still fresh and everybody is scared and selling off. We don't know what it may look like right now, especially now that the pre-market should be on. Let's take a look at United Health. Yeah. United Health. Here we go. All right. Now we are seeing pre-market is gaining 2%, 2.59%. Tush, are you there? So these are signs. Yesterday closed at $274 per share, losing $33 in the course of yesterday's trade. But as we speak now, in pre-market, it's flashing 281, meaning it's a little sign that the damage may not be as deep as the price continuing to fall. So this is a sign to take position first tranche and watch and see what happens. Should it drop below whatever you buy today, then you take a second tranche. But patiently make that decision knowing that you've come to the end of the crisis. Then you take a second chance. So that will now average down your entry price. And then as the stock begins to recover from the ashes of this damage, then you start making profit. So you start making your profit earlier than you would have if you bought only once. I think that's the best approach to do it, because this is not a guarantee that the damage is over, right? But this is a sign that smart investors can now say, come on now, this stock is too cheap to be selling at this price. And they are now taking position in pre-market. Let's see a few details of the financials. First of all, the stock itself has really done badly in the last 5 years. Really, it's really done badly. Honestly, at the 5-year returns is minus 6%. So if you bought 5 years ago, based on current price now, it's minus 6%. And that's because of this major crash. We'll take a look at that. In the last 1 year, it has dropped 46%. And then year to date, almost similar. January to now, it has dropped 45%, 45.99%. So that drop between January and now is more like the entire 1 year drop of 46%. And then in the last 6 months, 53%. In the last 1 month, 53%. And then in the last 5 days, 28%. So if we take a closer look at the last 5 days, we will see where the drop started. The major drop started from here, when it was $378 per share as at May 9th up till May 12th. This very month was $378 per share, and then boom, it dropped first tranche to 318 when the news broke out. And then further stories about it yesterday, boom, from 311 down to 250. In fact, it dropped, the lowest it dropped to was $251 per share. And then began to rise towards the close of trading yesterday to 274 that it closed. But as we speak now, it's at 281 in pre-market. So I think that does justice to you're making a decision about this American powerhouse. Good afternoon, Coach. Is Dangote Sugar a good buy for now at 38? Yes, Clinton, you can buy Dangote at 38. If you see it at 37, below 38, fantastic. But just take a patient pill when you do so and relax yourself. So please, can you throw more light on FeedSyn? Abuja Baker, FeedSyn, I think that a lot has gone on with FeedSyn, and a lot of money has been made by a lot of investors who bought early. So I would advise that you pay attention to when there could be a dip. It's now 27. It can only keep rising, but we'll see how that goes. For now, I will be hesitant if I were you in buying it, because I normally would not go ahead to buy a stock when it is rising, most recently. And if I seriously need that stock, then I'll wait a bit for a dip. Coach, can I buy QTix for 258? I need your advice. Ahibe. Absolutely. At 258, QTix is not bad at all. Good afternoon, Coach. I bought sterling at 709 for the past 1 year. I'm thinking of selling some of it and buying Zenith. What's your advice? Sydney Ebuka. Yeah, sterling really flattered to deceive. Imagine buying it at 7 naira. It's still struggling to touch 6. I think it's about 6 now. And your decision could be rewarded, and I think that you should go ahead. First, Zenith will pay you consistent dividend twice a year. Second, Zenith has a chance for a reasonable upside, knowing that they will be all out to match what GTCO paid. The gap between them is only as a result of the huge dividend that GT paid. And it's not as though Zenith doesn't have the capacity. Zenith has the capacity to pay exactly that and even more. So, good decision, because you suddenly move to a better cash flow in terms of dividend income. And of course, there is also capital gains prospects. If you are not following me, you are losing money. I can assure you that. And if you need explanation, just keep listening. You will hear very soon. Okay, I have some charms just for the 4,000. Okay, rebuild a rise. Well, it's good to take very long-term position in that stock right now. Buy now if you have to. Let's all take advantage of some of these stocks, because I will still be sitting here talking to you 1 year after from anywhere I am in the world. And we will see and celebrate that, oh, I bought Charms so and so. If Charms gets to 3 naira alone, that makes a lot of money for so many people. You know why? Many people bought at 2 naira. 1 naira gain on that 2 naira, that's exactly 50% profit already. So with Charms, you don't need too much energy. Just like if you have 1 million Charms bought at 2 naira per share, you are currently 30% up already, and the movement has not really started. I mean, the potentials has not really matured, and all you need to do is sit tight and enjoy the ride for as long as it will be, right? Okay, keep your questions coming in. If you want to call in, okay, I have a caller. I always treat calls as priority, because it helps us to get many people involved, and in case the caller is talking about an issue. Hello? Hello? Looks like a taking call. Yes. Easy. Disconnect and go on to Instagram, where it looks like I have callers. If you didn't intend to call, you may ignore. Trying to, okay. Coach, please, what's the best enterprise for UACN and Cadbury? Cadbury 38 and below, UACN 33 and below, depending on how much the bid and offer status looks like today. By the way, today, a lot of weak hands will come in. A lot of people will want to come in and sell. Hello. Okay, that caller perhaps didn't mean to. Can we take position in FCMB, Tolosh Bakes? FCMB has been a very poor performer amongst banks. Stay clear. Rather than buy FCMB, I would advise you go for Wema. At least Wema paid 1 naira per share dividend, and they just clocked 80 years old. That's a solid statement. Now, beyond the fact that they've survived several governments and economic situations, Wema is making good progress. Amongst a lot of these payment platforms and apps, you will find that Wema is always one of those banks that they use. So they've really properly positioned themselves to continue to make money effortlessly in commercial banking. So Wema will just continue to make progress. They've already shown signs of hitting 15 naira per share before dropping. So I'm just looking at a chance to buy Wema should it ever drop below 13. So if you see Wema 12, 11, that's fantastic. Remember, I used to talk about Wema at 10 and 9. Well, with that 1 naira per share dividend paid, it's gone beyond that. You will hardly find it at those prices. Unless somebody comes to declare Christmas in May. I bought Charms 1 million units at 238 last year. Success mindset. Okay, the revival has begun. So imagine now, Success mindset bought Charms 238 last year. And that's the same Charms that you are seeing for 2 naira. You refuse to buy. With all the progress that the company is quietly making behind the scene. So somebody is waiting patiently at 238, right? That's to confirm what I said, that Charms has been stagnated for too long. All right? Okay, coach, I set limit price of 2 naira 50 kobo for QTix for 4 days. Buy. Didn't buy. It's 265 now. Please advise. Well, I think you can buy at 260 now. And then stay patient if you see it. In fact, should it drop below your entry price, you buy more. It's still early days in today's market. It's always at 2 p.m. that the best deals appears, 20 minutes before closing. All those people who have been bidding, offering stocks very high, who really need money, they will start fidgeting and struggling to sell before market closes. So if you set your trap at 260, I think you should be able to buy. Please, which 5 stocks can I buy now? I just got my Atlas portfolios. Chucalisis, 5 stocks. On what basis? Are you buying long-term, short-term, medium-term? Are you looking at dividend income? Sometimes these questions need further responses to help with the best advice, because you don't want to get it all twisted. Gift says, sir, please, is the e-dividend mandate form necessary? It's not necessary if you have a proactive stockbroker, right? It will not be necessary if you have a proactive stockbroker who interfaces cleanly and clearly with the registrars every time you buy a new stock, okay? So the only time I think that you should worry about e-dividend mandate form is if you missed out receiving dividend that was due you. Good day, coach. Do you think GXAI will make a comeback? I bought at $2.30. Ayo. It's possible to make a comeback. Now, I want to also state that the US market has not really recovered fully. A lot is going to happen reflecting the incidents of April 2025, which is the trade war. A lot of things were imported into the US based on the tariff that was operational then. And the fact that they've given a 90-day pause for whatever it is does not preclude the fact that some items will become more expensive in the US because of how much they bought it. In fact, was it Amazon or Walmart who stated that the cost of their items will increase due to that tariff regime that happened with items being more expensive than they ought to be. So when the effect finally touches the US economy, job reports, consumer price indices, and all of those things, inflation figures will hit back at the stock market, and then we will see some level of dips. So it's not yet uhuru for the stock market in the US. Okay? Just saw this page today. I'm glad I'm here. Spash, thank you very much for joining. We are glad to have you here too. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the efforts you have been putting in liking, sharing, giving gifts on screen. You found many more others joining for the first time. God bless all of you who have been a part of this community, trying to share knowledge and most importantly, increase our net worth from the information that we gather. Good morning, sir. What of Fidelity Bank? Is it advisable to buy it? David Wanidi. Fidelity Bank, very good, very sound. They've performed and they've made money for shareholders. So I would say great to buy. Honestly speaking, Fidelity Bank is doing fantastic. If you are not following me, you are losing money. You better understand this. Ask those who started following me 1 month ago, 3 months ago, 6 months ago, 1 year ago. They will testify of how they've experienced some level of financial discipline, some growth in their net worth based on interacting with us in this community. Sir, what's a good enterprise for Down Sugar? Asampete, go ahead, buy Down Sugar 37 or 38. Buy enough and bother less, even if it drops below whatever you bought, because the future is bright for Down Sugar. You know, they were amongst those companies that suffered foreign exchange losses. So any little gain they make now will be very significant because of the loss of the previous year. Yeah, so let's do it. So please explain rights offers, how an existing shareholder benefits from it. Rebuild and rise. I think I did something of that nature yesterday, but I'll try again to make it easier. Let's use the current rumored rights issue of Chams as a case study. The rumor has it that Chams is giving rights issue at a ratio of 1:2 and at a price of 1 naira 70 kobo. Currently, the price of Chams is 2 naira 30 kobo in the market, and the management is offering 1 naira 70 kobo. That's a 60 kobo discount from the current market price. Rights is offered to existing shareholders of that company in the ratio that it is issued. So in this case, 1:2 means for every 2 you have, they give you 1 to pay as for in the rights issue. So let's assume you have 100,000 shares in a ratio of 1, at a ratio of 1:2. It is your 100,000 shares divided by 2, which is 50,000. So for every 1 stock you have in that 100,000, they give you 1. For every 2 you have, they give you 1. So if you divide that 2 by the 100,000 shares you have, you will come up with 50,000. That means they are going to give you 50,000 shares to pay at 1 naira 70 kobo instead of the market price buying it from the market at 2 naira 30 kobo. The whole idea is they are trying to increase their capital base, and it means increasing the share capital. Therefore, new shares have been created, registered, approved, and now being issued in the form of rights. They could have also gone the way of public offer, make it public and let the general public buy. But when management does rights issue, it's always a case of management deciding to reward existing shareholders for being patient and being there and being a part of the company. Take this at this discount. They generate that money from the rights to further expand the business. So that's what rights issue is all about. So the shareholder benefits from the discounted price, and then usually it is not looked at as a proper dilution, because it's now a case of existing shareholders still holding on to those shares and eventually benefiting from the discount. And imagine if the stock price continues to rise. Let's say it moves from 2 naira 30 kobo to 2 naira 50 kobo. Then that's more money on top of those shares they bought at 1 naira 70 kobo per share. So they are giving you a chance to buy it at maybe 2 years ago price today. Remember, somebody bought at 2 naira 38 kobo last year. These charms we're talking about, let me bring to your notice that charms got to 4 naira per share. I think sometime last year. Now let's take a look at the 52 weeks high of charms. Let's just take a look at the 52 weeks high of charms and see. Right? Because I want to establish something here. Charms, this very charms we're looking at, used to be 4 naira. Hold on. We'll see. Just give me a moment. Trying to do several systems to beat that restriction I'm having. So I'm going to check to, okay, still having that problem. Let's see what happens here. So while I'm waiting for that to save our time, please coach, which 5 medium to long-term stocks with potential for higher appreciation can I buy now? Every day I get these questions. And if you have been a part of this, you should be able to pick them out sometimes when we go through these stocks. So that I don't keep repeating myself. 5 stocks, 2 stocks, and so on. Let's also understand the way it works. Sometimes a very good stock may not be at a very good price. I'll give you an instance. Presco is one of the best stocks to own, but it's currently 800 and something naira per share. Along the line, in the course of these daily live sessions, if we eventually find Presco at 700 or even 600, then I'll be shouting on the top of my voice for you to buy. In any case, Presco can still shoot up to 1,000. If you have the money to go for it, you still can, right? So it's always a bit tricky, and we need to understand. 5 best now may not be 5 best 5 years ago. I mean, a year ago or 3 months ago. Let's understand this, because what really makes it best is the value in it. And then some people have preference for certain sectors. Some people say, I want to invest in the banking sector because they never run out of cash and all that. Okay, so maybe you want to have some of your portfolio in the banking sector. Then amongst the banks, you and I know GTCO, Zenith Bank, maybe Stanbic are the top best, but they may not be at the best price, so they may not get a mention, for instance. So I need you to understand this, what I'm saying now. For instance, the best performing value stock is TIP right now. Now, will I say go and buy TIP 7 naira? Never. Even when it was 6, I was adamant. I know why. Because all this price jump may eventually come to an end. And if you now go and buy at this price, it becomes a problem. This is why every time I mention a stock, I try to indicate at what price. Now, understand this thing about pricing. If it is a long-term stock you are buying, you don't need to bother yourself about price fluctuation. Because finally, in the long run, because it's a company that has proven itself to be doing good business and making value for shareholders, you are sure to actually make more money. So let's go, having explained all this. Number one, I will mention, and in no particular order, because I didn't do a research to start knowing which is best amongst these ones I'm going to mention. But based on current price, buy Dangote Sugar, 37 naira or 38 naira, no more waste of time. Buy QTix, maybe 260. Remember, a few days ago, I think up to last week, I was mentioning QTix at 2 naira 30 kobo and it was available. Suddenly, it's refusing to even touch 250. So 260 for QTix. Guinness between 80 and 84. Anything in between, it's okay. Long term. First hold co, 24 and below. Maybe it could decide to rise above 25 today, but today is Friday when some shareholders are actually weary and you are most likely going to see good bargains. Zenith, anything around 47, 48, fantastic, because that stock should be a 55 naira stock and time will tell. I've mentioned 5 already and I'm not done yet. So these are the things that you will now decide to choose. By the way, T will have to come down to 6 and below for me to say buy for the long term. All these rise will eventually get weak. They will offload. You see that tip? They will offload. I can tell you, you are eyeing tip now, don't rush. I know I said don't rush when it was 6. I'm still saying don't rush now that it's 7. Do not rush, relax. And buy tip when it finds a new support level. Okay? So that's about that. Do I have a caller? No caller? All right. So I go on with the comments. If you are not following me, you are losing money. Make sure you follow me on all platforms as well, so you don't lose out on anything. It's now 6.66. This Ebele, are you talking about tip already? Oh, as if I know, because I've not been able to get into the system to really see what's happening with these stocks at the moment. The issue I complained about yesterday, I'm still going through it. I'm still experiencing it, and so I can't really see. Even when I try to sign in and I get in, I find it difficult to go and access those stocks and see them. From this point, it refuses to close when you click on market view. So I can't really see what's going on here. That's been my challenge up till yesterday. So if TIP has dropped to 6.66 now, and somebody here got impatient yesterday and bought at 750 or 729 or whatever, you start struggling. Oh, TIP is at full offer. Okay, no bid, right? You get the point now. So that's more like a maximum drop, and it's bargain day. You see the point? So some people might have been moved to hurry, hey, buy this thing, is going to 10 naira. It doesn't move that way. And that's why I'm in your life, to caution you, to guard and guide you, right? Guard against losses and guide you into profits. No bid. All of a sudden, the darling of the stock market for how many weeks now? Suddenly, no bid. Every tip is in the market, right? And I can tell you, even this morning, people bought that because I saw it at 70 something before I came on live. So let's be calm. The stock is great, but it needs time. So all these early moves will wither away, and then we will buy it and consolidate. You see the way Charms has stayed for so long. That's where there's power. Let me give you this instance. If you keep a bicycle, a car, and an aircraft together, and they are to move from Lagos to Abuja, let's do this together. A bicycle, a car, and an aircraft, all set to move from Lagos to Abuja. I need your response. They all start at 10 a.m. to take off Nigerian time. And the referee or the umpire blows the whistle. On your marks, get set, move. Which one will move first? Give me your response. Give me your response. Bicycle, car, aircraft. Which one will move first? Okay, Alerted King is first to respond. On TikTok, it says bicycle, then car will move, then aircraft. I guess. Thank you very much, Real Jerry. Bicycle, bicycle, bicycle. So bicycle, the bicycle does not need help. It doesn't have an engine. It just needs to be pedaled. And so bicycle takes off first, right? Second will be the car. The car will need just about 3 to 5 minutes to be warmed up, and then it moves, right? Great. And then after the car, the aircraft will be there steaming. It is compulsory for it to steam for several minutes, maybe 30 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. At that point, the car that left from Lagos has reached its border town, maybe, depending on what part of Lagos, and they are heading off to Abuja. Well, guess what? Tell me by yourself, even though the bicycle started first, the car followed next, and the aircraft took off last, who will arrive Abuja first? I want your own answer. OJ has already put his answers even before the question came in. Oh my God. The aircraft, Olaiton, Olori Cars, Mona, Alerted King says me. You are not in the picture. We said aircraft, car, and bicycle. Immaculate. Thank you very much. I see you there, Mr. Ben. Thank you. Black Ballet. Thank you. Tijani, you said bicycle? Okay. Aircraft. Chisoni. Disabele. Danny Sunshine. Thank you very much. Real Jerry, the plane will arrive and return and get to Abuja. Okay, that's an interesting one. The plane will arrive and return and get to Abuja first again. Interesting stuff. What am I trying to say here? In the stock market, it's not all about who takes off first. And a lot of times, when a stock is sitting down and breathing and it's looking like nothing's happening around it, watch it. That one will eventually get up and fire up and become the stock of the year. This is not to say charms is better than tip. I'm just trying to tell you, stay patient, watch what is happening. And I posted something this morning about how some stocks were the hyped stocks in 2021. 4 years ago, I was talking about some U.S. stocks, GameStop, AMC, Lucid, that is the EV manufacturer, so many other stocks like that were firing up, some of them $300, some of them $200, some of them $78, Peloton and all that. But guess what? Those same stocks that were selling for $300, $150, some of them are now $2 per share. So if you chase hype, you are going to suffer in this market. And that's why I'm trying to teach you. Nobody is saying all of this. Nobody will tell you this. You know, when they post on social media, it's all about content creation. I don't care about content. I don't care about number of followers. That's why I'm not stressing myself on doing videos. With this live session, 77,000 people on TikTok now. If 500 successfully do what we're saying 1 year after, and I see you progress, I'm satisfied. 500. After all, I told you, when I got my first job in the bank, it was in training school in Lagos that they told us that 48,000 people applied for that first bank job that year, nationwide. Then First Bank was recruiting like JAMB. First Bank exam is like job test, is like JAMB. Nationwide, 48,000 people. I didn't know until I got to training school, but guess what? Only 500 were employed that year. And out of the 500, I was among the first 100. So in training school is where they now gave us this analysis that imagine we were 48,000. If you knew that 48,000 people nationwide were writing the exam, you will give up first before you get into the hall. But you see, sometimes some information are better given to you later. So the point is, do not chase what is hot. If you have not taken position in it, it's just like now coming here to start chasing a stock like Honeywell. When we started here, I asked you, how much did you buy Honeywell? Some people bought Honeywell, 5 naira something, 6 naira something, 10 naira and so on. Now that it's 18 naira, and people are saying, oh, Honeywell is fly, then you now go and buy. That is the express way to fail. Right? Now, the other one is Northern Nigerian flour mills. I mentioned it at 38, 39, 37, 38, 39. Some people bought at 39, some people bought at 45, and so on. Now, 119 naira per share. It's not the time to now say, should I buy Northern Nigeria? Forget it. Because very soon it will crash. Okay, OJ says, please coach, what do you think about FGN bond? It is great, fantastic. I spoke at length about it. Please check the video of day before yesterday. The first 10 minutes, that makes it even easier. So you don't need to wait and keep searching for 2 hours. The first 10 minutes of day before yesterday's video, you will see it. Well explained, detailed breakdown and all of that. This says, like bitter glass, I just admire it and look away. The stock is flying. Exactly. A stock we're discussing here at 50 something naira per share is now 230 something naira. I like that part. I just admire it and look away. It's good to admire and not to be angry. You know why? What you admire, you attract. A lot of poor people are poor because they resent the rich. And that's the best mindset to have. Is it only them? They stole the money. There's no way somebody can make $1 billion naira and didn't steal. My friend, there are very clean billionaires in the world. And if you keep hating them, and most often you are even laying unfounded and wrong allegations against them, then it's up to you. You will never smell it. So, I like the fact that this ability says, I just admire it and walk away. When you admire something, that's what you attract. You resent something, your entire ecosystem disconnects from ever benefiting from such things. Yeah? Chukunonso just comes in and types, you don't reply on Instagram DM. Really? Okay, if you say so. With all the efforts I make and respond to all DMs, every DM was cleared, except maybe you sent one message and I didn't see it. Can you imagine how many inquiries I will keep getting? If you send a message and it hasn't been replied for so long, maybe a whole lot of other messages has pushed it down to the extent that even when all other messages are cleared, yours is not seen. Simply resend your DM. That's all. Instead of to just say you don't reply on Instagram DM. How do you know that I don't? Many are calling, few are choosing. I'm getting to hear new, improved versions of sayings of our times. That's from Abati Larry. Please, coach. Okay, I've mentioned that. Ray Jerry says, coach, that is a powerful illustration you just made. Kudos, sir. Thank you very much. That illustration also explains what happens between traders and investors in the stock market. You know, traders are jumping around like people who bought bitter glass 60 naira per share and sold it at 90 naira when they were celebrating. I can tell you their celebration did not finish and now it's 230 something naira. right? Some people bought tip at 1 naira 90 kobo, and then when it got to 3 naira, they sold. The celebration is short lived because suddenly it's selling for 6 naira and 7 naira. So long term investors eventually make much more money than traders. So it's still the same thing. While the long-term investor is like the aircraft that never takes off, just stays there, and bicycle has taken off. Finally, when you check the results, the long-term investor is always on top. Imagine if we keep doing what we are doing now and keep building and keep building 1 year after. That's why I said check where you are financially, confirm what your net worth is when you met me. Let's carry on this journey, and 1 year after, recheck what has become of your finances. But you must be a practical doer of what we are saying. That's why it's a do it yourself. So whatever you learn, even if you don't get to meet me again, then you've learned something for life. For instance, there are some people that met me in my first TikTok account, and that account was banned. So imagine they've gone with that knowledge. They didn't need, they may not be able to contact me again, but they started something and they have a knowledge for themselves. When we were on WhatsApp also, we tried migrating to Telegram. 2 times, different batches of us in Network Investors Club were thrown out of Telegram, right? So, because to exit the WhatsApp group and join Telegram, you have to leave completely the community in WhatsApp, go to Telegram, and then when you now get thrown out by Telegram, you can't get back into the group on WhatsApp. Okay, so some people have been lost like that, right? Those people took some knowledge, started practicing what they were taught, and they will carry on from there if they never get to meet me again. So it's the same thing I'm saying here. Please do well to take action, because everything being done here is in your best interest. Please, I'm new here, sir. Oluwagbemiga Stephen, thank you very much. We're glad to have you here, guys. You guys are doing amazing. More new entrants are joining us, and we're really excited about this. Do you have a question? All the new entrants, please ask your questions. Call in and let me respond. I have 2 callers already. Rebuild and Rise is one of them, but I'm seeing Jiga. Jiga is new. I think I should take up Jiga's question. Rebuild and Rise, please permit me, and let's discuss with one of the new entrants. Why? Because whatever he's asking now is also going to be the answers given will be the answers to any other new person joining us. So we can deal with it once and for all. Hello, sir.
Hello, good afternoon.
Very good afternoon to you. Please, do you have up to 1,000 followers?
No, I don't. I don't think is it a criteria to join your live?
Not at all. I wanted to know if we can activate your video, because we are real, we like to meet ourselves. So in that case, you can't activate your video. Now, let's go ahead. Tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
Okay. My name is Jiga, and I am streaming from Istanbul, Turkey.
Thank you very much, Jiga, all the way from Turkey. Appreciate your presence.
You're welcome. Thank you. I think 3 months ago, maybe, I came across your video.
Okay.
But before then, I've been, will I say, thinking and looking for a knowledge on how to invest in stocks.
All right.
So when I saw your video, I watched some few videos. Then I was on transit, and I just watched some video, and I know that, okay, what this man is saying is what the knowledge I really want or need. So, but I was busy, and I kept on thinking of how to get back to you, but I couldn't. Then I used the little knowledge that I get from I think just like an hour. I watched like 2 or 3 of your video, the little knowledge. go to I downloaded Bamboo, the app Bamboo. Then did the necessary registration. Okay, now the challenges I've been having. Okay, then just now I just entered TikTok and I saw you live. So I now joined. I'm like, okay, this is the man. This is the man. So I've joined already. I've created the account already, and this is what I will want. I don't know if it is possible, but this is what I want. Like, let's say, for instance, I bring out like 3 million naira. Let's say what I will want. That's what I'm trying to give you a picture of. Aha. So let's say I can bring out like 3 million naira, then invest, let's say, 100,000 naira in each stocks. That's like, let's say, like let's say, for instance, let's say 30 stock. No, 30 is too much. Let's say like 10 different stocks. Let's say 300 naira per stock, or 15 or 20 different stocks. Then those stocks now, I will now be monitoring them for, let's say, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and I will now know, okay, I bought those stocks, let's say this one, three, all at the same amount. Let's say 15 different stock, all the same amount. And I will now be watching, okay, this one that I bought at 300,000 naira, now it's worth 600. Now it's worth 320 after 1 year. Now it's worth 350 after 1 year. And this one that I bought 300,000, the same price, now it worth 1 million. Now it worth, like, I will now from that place. Now, instead of trading, buying, and I am a very busy person with other schedule. I will not have time to, okay, I bought at 250, I want to sell at 3, or this. No, 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 I don't have that time. But at least I should have something that I can monitor. And if you also advise on another new one apart from those that I have, is either one that I see that is not, let's say, performing well, I can now say, okay, I'm dividing it into two to invest in this new stock that this man just discussed today, and so on. Like, I think that is how I will want it, for it to be easier for me to have more knowledge while I still do my other activities, without this one taking the whole of my attention from other of my day-to-day activities as well. So I don't know if I really make sense in my explanation, because I'm a novice. I know nothing about this, but just like the way you keep on, I like the encouragement from you. Like, if you keep on following me for the next 1 year, you check your life from the day you started your bank account, also from the day you started till now, that is 1 year, you will definitely see a difference. So I want to follow you. I want to follow you through the journey, to see, like, what to see it. I really know that this is the way. I know that this is the way. So I need more knowledge. I need how to go through the I want to be an investor.
Right. You guys have spoken well. First things first, for anybody who is listening, that's my Instagram handle. I just typed it. Screenshot now. Just screenshot now. Search me at Wealth Coach Omiete. Follow me on Instagram. Number one, send me a DM asking for link to open brokerage account. Number
Okay.
two, link to join Net Worth Investors Club.
Okay.
Then follow me on any other social media handle. You see how long it took you to search me out? It's good that you follow now, even on TikTok, so that, and whenever, and then set up your notification, live notification, so that
Yes.
whenever I'm coming on live, the system notifies you. The idea is, I have 27 years experience in the stock market, and I know, following that experience, that teaching people about stock, just coming in one seminar and collecting whatever fee, call it boot camp, call it whatever you want to call it, 2 hours, teach them and disappear, is not going to make any difference. It has to be a continuum.
Exactly.
It has to be a lifestyle. You take somebody who has seen all the market crashes that many are running away from, to be able to guide you through a successful journey in the stock market. So, this daily live session happens 12 noon to 2 p.m. Nigerian time.
Okay.
Outside the live session, we always communicate and chat on the Discord group. That's where Net Worth Investors Club is. I'd like us to also understand it is not investment club. An investment club requires members of the club to bring money together to invest together. That's completely not what we represent. We are an investors club, not investment. Meaning it's a do-it-yourself club. We show you what to do. You are opening a brokerage account, it's in your name with your bank details. All the payment goes to you. Every profit goes to you. All dividends straight to your account. It is as clean, transparent as possible. And to join the club is free. Just for me to send you the link to join through Discord app. So if you follow me on Instagram, send me the request. I will send you those things. Why am I saying I will send you link to open your brokerage account? Because Bamboo and every other fintech very good for foreign stocks. Because most of the times Nigerians resident in Nigeria need to buy foreign stocks and no foreign broker can verify you in Nigeria. What happens is they need the fintechs to verify you and bring you up on their app to buy foreign stocks. If you stick to fintechs that are not licensed brokers in Nigeria, it means that you will pay for the service they are offering you for bringing their app for you to buy Nigerian stocks. You will also pay the Nigerian stockbroker they are aligning with to enable you trade Nigerian stocks. Therefore, you are paying twice for every transaction. And we know it is not good for you. We are here to make money in the stock market. And so what will hurt you, we will tell you. That's not what social media posts about investing using fintechs will tell you. Some of them sincerely don't even know. So, register with a Nigerian broker, pay your commission once for Nigerian stocks. Then if you can't do with foreign stocks where you are, I mean foreign brokers where you are, you can now use the fintechs. So that way you are okay. First things first. Then I will also send you the link to my YouTube channel because you need knowledge. And there are beginner guide, helpful videos to help you understand. That's not what I can pause every other thing to start explaining.
Exactly.
Once you know these things, your decision making is much more solid, completely different from people who have no idea, just jump in and lose money. You will not be losing money like others. You will rather now grow the money because you have the instinct that there's something in investing in stocks for you and it's really good for you. You can continue doing whatever else you are doing while focusing just investing and making money through the stock market. Net Worth Investors Club, we are over 2,000 members. Nigerians abroad, scattered everywhere, Nigerians in Nigeria, and some foreigners, because we also discuss foreign stocks. So this is what you get from this kind of gathering. I also have people who say, oh, I'm too busy, I don't even have the time to learn and know how to pick stocks. Please give me one-on-one coaching. That one is not free. It comes at a fee that is discussed completely outside here. Every other thing here is free and you just fly with what we're doing. And that's why you're seeing various feedbacks of success stories of so many others who have been a part of this. So you are in the very best place and you are very much welcome. We've lost him maybe due to poor connection, but please let me also state, some fraudsters have been creating accounts using my DP. Please and please, anybody or any account that DMs you first is not me. Run away. Even if you are seeing my picture and name, On TikTok, I've seen 4 different accounts having my pictures and they try to twist my name because you can't use it exactly the way I use it in this account. I have no backup account on Instagram or on TikTok or on Facebook or anywhere. Please, if you make inquiry directly to me, then you can be safe that you are dealing with the right person. But anyone who comes asking you any question, telling you about trading robot, about cryptocurrency, blah, 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 run away. I will never come to your DM for the first time to talk to you to invest. Please run away. What I can't tell you in public, I can't be coming secretly to tell you. So when you see friend request from account that looks like it is my face, run away. It's fake. Thank you very much. I go on now to rebuild and rise.
Good afternoon, Coach.
Good afternoon, sir. Please,
Yeah,
okay, 1,000 followers, can you activate your video?
not yet. Still working on it.
You are following, right?
Yeah, my name is James, and I'm calling from the UK. Coach, I'm still relatively new to this investment, and you mentioned the right issue, then you explained it. So my question borders on that as well, and my question is this: what would you advise me to do? Is it to buy more charms as it is right now, or to wait when the right issue is eventually offered, then I can buy?
Do you have charms?
Yes, I do, but not much. I just a little, just that 44,000 I have.
You will have to buy enough to participate substantially from the rights. Remember how rights work. Right now, if the right issue, a qualification date will be announced, which is the date in which you must have had chance to qualify for the rights. Now,
Okay.
let's assume you qualify based on the 44,000 shares you have. What that only means is they will issue you rights based on what you already have.
Okay.
4 divided by 2 is 22,000. They will now offer that 22,000 to you, which is your right, at 1 naira 70 kobo. After you
Okay.
feel that, you can also apply for more than your rights. But now that keeps you in a 50-50 situation of being rejected, simply perhaps
Oh.
because all other existing shareholders took up their rights. So,
Okay.
the way to really benefit from the rights is to acquire enough before it becomes official, so that
Okay.
you qualify on the qualification date. Let's also keep that in mind. The qualification date will be, hopefully, you will meet up in terms of when you bought your chance.
Oh,
Then
okay.
you will now be offered accordingly.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. I understand it better now. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much. Okonkwo is next. Let's see. Okonkwo, we have a lot of callers. Hello.
Good afternoon, Coach. Okonkwo from Lagos.
Thank you very much, Okonkwo.
When done, Coach.
Thank you.
I'm really benefiting from your platform.
Oh, really? It's glad to
Yeah,
hear that.
yes, sir. So I want to know, how do you as a customer contact CSCS directly, maybe to report a broker? If you discover that your shares drastically went down without your consent, and you want to directly complain to CSCS, how possible is it?
Very possible, but it's not CSCS. CSCS, like the acronym stands for, is Central Securities Clearing System.
Yeah.
The regulatory agency to report a stockbroker is the Securities and Exchange Commission. So,
Say that again, sir.
Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC,
Okay. Okay, sec. Okay.
through their
Okay.
email. So, what you
Okay.
can do is your complaint is emailed to SEC, copying the
Okay.
book. They will run helter skelter for life.
Okay.
That's what you should do.
Okay, sir. So how do I get their email? Sec email.
I wish I can quickly do that and forward to you. It's not difficult. Just search. I think it's sec.gov.ng. But do a search on Google. You will find it.
Okay.
If you
Okay.
do this with the broker in copy, you have set fire on their bum.
Okay.
I encourage you to do that. You can't
Yes.
sweat and bring money and a broker is messing around. It's
Yeah.
it's,
And they
it's
secretly go and sell.
completely unacceptable. But I hope you're not talking about
Yeah.
a stock
Unacceptable.
like Transcorp.
You serious?
I hope you're not talking about a stock like Transcorp.
No, no. It's even a name insurance.
Not to worry.
I
Go
noticed
ahead.
that. Yeah.
Just
So
go
I will
ahead.
just.
And I want you to
Yeah.
give us
I'll check. I'll Google them. Yeah, I
when,
will. Sure. Oh.
when you make progress. Send that email today. Put that fire on them today. Keep the broker in
Okay.
copy. Right?
Okay. Okay.
Thank you very
I will.
much.
I will send to sec and then copy the broker.
Yes. That's it.
Yeah.
You'll be amazed how quickly they respond to you.
Okay. All right, sir.
Thank you very
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Listen,
Thank you.
guys, shareholder rights is very important, and we must teach you how to know your rights. Not everybody is a pushover. Not everybody is a novice. What is due you is due you. Maybe she bought name insurance when it was 35 kobo. There are people who bought 35 kobo, 50 kobo many years back. And then the stock has risen to 13 naira, 14 naira per share. Now you now tell us that some stocks are missing. How? Please let them explain. Because they will come down heavily. The SEC will find them. They will, if they can even compensate her beyond what she's supposed to be due. So let's see how that goes. And everybody who is investing in the stock market, can I tell you this? You have your right. No stockbroker has the right to mess around with your investment. And this is why you need to always be at the right place and invest in regulated sectors. Now that what has happened in all these Ponzi schemes continues to happen, nobody can hold anybody responsible. What you see in the stock market, you will answer your name. Their license is at risk as well. That's how grievous that offense is. And it offends me because people sacrifice and bring money to the market not for you to mess around with, because they are coming into the market with so much risks of losing it in the market. And then what you have is somebody selling your stocks. They did that a lot in those days of manual brokerage. I've told you before, when I started, there was no internet, there was no phone, nothing. So you must go to the stockbroker's office and use today's newspaper to check for stock prices of yesterday to buy stocks today. And then when you come back, they'll tell you the stock price has gone up by the time they went to buy, and you will pay the balance. That's how it used to be. So a lot of people lost their shares. They diverted them, those unscrupulous people who had thieves in their employment in the stock brokerage offices, diverting people's money. And most of these people are old people. So there are so many old people who invested many years ago that can't even remember that they have stocks. They go there, steal those stocks, sell them with whatever means. But now, that's why I also encourage people, go for a digitally proactive broker that can give you access from anywhere you are in the world. There's no story about because you are not in Nigeria, you have to come to the office. There's no come to the office. The world is a global village, and so I should be able to do my things globally online. And when you have this, You are monitoring these things yourself. In fact, these days now, that's why we teach you to execute your trade yourself. See how it happens, do it yourself, and save yourself that headache. In those days, you can't do nothing. You have no interface with the brokerage, I mean the floor of the stock exchange. You just fill form to mandate to buy, mandate to sell, whenever you want to sell. Then they go and execute. And up till this day and age, people are sending email order. Yes, Emma Lade, thank you very much. That's the email address there, sec@sec.gov.ng. That's it, sec@sec.gov.ng. Everybody listening, pick up that email address and keep in one corner, tuck it away in one corner. If your broker is messing up with your account and you find out and they are playing around with you, copy sec there. That's how to get and sanitize this place. Okay? All right. I really get offended when people are undone. I really get, I'm for justice anytime. If you will deny yourself instant gratification, tie your belly, right? Starve if possible, and bring money to the market because you want to grow it. Whoever comes to steal that money is a devil, and the person must pay for it. Please, coach, good afternoon. How can one invest in Dangote Sugar? Thank you. Prince Usiomon. Open a stock brokerage account, fund the account, and you are ready to buy or invest in Dangote Sugar. That's it. 2 pairs of shoes, says, coach, please enlighten us. What does rights issue means? Very simple. Rights issue means a company is deciding to offer new shares, but to only existing shareholders. So as an existing shareholder, you have the right to take what they are offering you at a certain ratio. If it's 1 for 5, it means for every 5 of those stocks you have, they give you 1 at a price that is usually less than the market price. So to encourage you to take up your rights instead of going to buy fresh from the floor of the stock exchange. So currently, Charms, for instance, is selling at 2 naira 30 kobo per share in the market currently. But for existing shareholders, when the rights is out at 1 naira 70 kobo, that's a massive discount of 60 kobo per share. They now calculate how many is due you for you to buy, but you still have the right to reject it. A lot of people may not have the money to take up their rights as at the time the rights issue is going on, and it has a closing date, so it's not open forever. So if you are not able to take up your rights, you just ignore. They know what to do with it because some others will pay for and demand for more than their rights issue. That's why it's called rights. It is your right that they are giving you to buy so and so stock that you own at a discounted price, right? So that's what rights issue is all about. I don't know, you see, TM Kiddies World. I just explained rights. Somebody will still come and say, explain, you know? So it's important, if you miss out anything that has been discussed before, you have to go back to the video. 6 p.m. today, the video is out. Eugene says, I have reported a broker to SEC, but no response from both the SEC and the broker. Continue to email them. And how did you report to SEC? Did you email them like, it's a petition now, you are writing a petition. Did you really write that it's a petition and you explained everything? You need to be sure. We need to be clear what you did, because normally when you are complaining to your broker and they seem to be toying with you, the next email you are sending to that broker, you copy SEC. When they see that SEC is in copy, they will sit up and sort you out. But if they refuse, you now petition SEC directly and copy the broker to see that you have petitioned them. And let's see whether they will not respond. Emmy Likes says, I got talking to a friend yesterday and he told me he got 18,000 naira even though we didn't buy same quantity. Okay, I think you're talking from somewhere. Says, please, I don't know how the last share from the public sales was treated. Amy likes, may I know what stock you're talking about? Liu Kobachi says, good afternoon, sir. Any USA long-term recommendation stock today? I have NVAX and ACMR already. Not yet, not yet, not yet. I need to check very well. Long-term recommendations, I don't hurry it. For instance, this weekend affords me the time to really go through my go through my watch list, screen them and scrutinize them through all of the processes I do, and then we enjoy the flow. Clean, good afternoon. It's good to have you here. Hope you are getting better. Fidelity is 20 naira 50 kobo now. Coach, please, what's the best enterprise? Best enterprise for Fidelity is between 18 and 19. You can just stay patient to still come back there. Something great has to make it move fast. If you are not following me, you are losing money. I hope you know that now. And just position yourself. The year is still young. We're just in the 5th month. We're not yet halfway into the year yet, and a lot has already happened. We've seen African Prudential do 1-for-1 bonus. We've seen a stock like VFD Group do 5-for-1. For every one you have, they give you 5 extra. If you have 100,000 shares of VLD, they give you 500,000 extra. My goodness, what a way to make money. And I told you right from December and November that we will make money in 2025, and it's already happening. So let's watch and see. We're still not yet halfway into the year. There's a lot of money to be made. Make sure you stick around. On Money You Bright, Coach, talk about PZ. Is it a good stock to buy and at what price? I've spoken about PZ, I think a week ago or less. And the situation with PZ is the confusion that the stock shareholders have with the existing, the owners of the company. They want to delist PZ, but the stock shareholders, the minority shareholders, are not agreeing with the price that they want to pay. And that has made PZ stay in one corner. So it's quite a dicey situation. In the end, if PZ shareholders push for a reasonable bargain, then we should see the stock price rising above 20 something, above 30 and upwards, right? But I saw it fluctuate down from 30 something to 20 something. I don't know what the price is right now. So that's the situation, and that's why I'm not mentioning too much about it, so that we don't lead you astray into a stock that eventually holds your money down. Currently, it's existing shareholders will have to bargain for something better for them to be bought out, because they want to delist it and make it private. Dera Mali says, I'm not on IG. Okay, if you're not on IG, just click on the link tree on my bio here. You can send me a DM through any means at Taboza Enterprise. Let's see. I had some others standing by, but we've lost all of them. Taboza continues to stand by. So let's see what the question is. So you just said African Prudential take 1-for-1 bonus.
Good afternoon, sir.
I get you. Yes, that's it.
Good afternoon. Yes, I tried reaching out to you on IG yesterday. I already opened the Atlas account, sir. So I don't know. I told you I'm still a novice and I'm ready to learn.
Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
Can you hear me, sir?
Loud and clear.
Yes, I said I just opened the Atlas account.
You've opened your Atlas Portfolios account.
Hello?
You are in a very
I
noisy
said I
place.
just opened an Atlas account.
are in a noisy place. Can you leave there so we can hear clearly?
Hello? Kai network.
Peter the Rock. How can I open a brokerage account for my son? For those that want to take position in the game, it's currently 76. Oh, wow. Awesome. Hello, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you today?
I'm fine, and you? Thanks for the program, sir.
Great. Your name and where you're streaming from?
My name is Peter from Lagos.
All right, Peter. Go ahead with your question.
Sir, I want to ask how to open a brokerage account for minor. Like
Brokerage
a
account for
son.
mine now, very simple. Tell your broker, if you already have a brokerage account yourself, to send you a minor form. And then fill and complete, submit to them. They will open an account and you will be the administrator at the time being.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Coach, please can you reconfirm your recommendation as of today for charms? I said 210 and below. Though we're seeing charms at 230, I don't know how much it is now. We're approaching dying minutes. You know what I told you about dying minutes? 2 o'clock on the dot is the time when people begin to panic. Those who really are desperate to sell. So that's when you may see more bargains. Coach, which dividend good stock my wife can buy for long term? She is a newbie. Mr. Clean, she can't be a newbie while you are there. Dividend stock. Okay, I'm trying to think on the spot. I think she should go with Zenith. She should buy Zenith. Consistent dividend payment twice a year with a reasonable upside left, following their miss in paying the same thing that GT could pay. So by the time they measure up, she will be better off for it because there will be capital gains as well and consistent dividend payment. So buying Zenith now means expect dividend. She should be expecting dividend, her first dividend, which should be the interim dividend for 2025 by September, October this year. Tim Perez said, please, sir, can you make me understand what's going on here? We are discussing how to invest in the stock market, growing the money you have by investing in Nigerian stocks and foreign stocks also. That's what we are doing here. So we share knowledge and help you to open your brokerage account for yourself and you start investing based on the knowledge you have received to grow your wealth. Coach, I did not receive my Zenith Bank. I sent a message to Atlas, but no response. Okay. I don't know if Atlas is in the building. We're already running out of time. 10 minutes to go. Let me search. If Atlas is here, they can help. It's actually the registrars that are responsible for dividend payments, not the stockbroker. But you can complain to the stockbroker to help you talk to the registrars because most registrars continues to ignore individual inquiries for unclaimed dividends. Looking for Atlas on the queue, not finding them. They must be busy. So Atlas is not here, but that's the situation. Give it 2 weeks. Has it been 2 weeks since after Zenith paid? If it has been 2 weeks, two things. Number one, email the registrars of Zenith Bank, which is Veritas Registrars. Fancy Nails is standing by. Let me respond. While we're waiting for that connection, Grace is asking, please, how much did coach say we should buy Cadbury today? Thanks. I said around 7. So, hello,
Hello, Coach. Good afternoon.
good afternoon. Tell us your
Yeah,
name
please.
from
Okay. I'm Lillian from Ghana.
Lillian from Ghana.
Yes, please.
Right.
Yes. I wanted Atlas, but you just checked and said they were not around because my sister's account, it has been blocked like 10 times today. They will give her another login. Even I'm the one doing it for her. We will try to change the password. Once I try to log in again to buy stock for her, it will now say it will be blocked. I have to go back to the admin. So I don't understand. So I wanted to talk to them directly and see what is happening because now she's discouraged. Like maybe this is a sign why I'm tired of convincing her. And, I even told her, don't worry, let me be doing everything for her. Now she has sent money to Atlas. Let me log in and buy some stock for her. It has been blocked.
Okay. What you can do since they are not here, send them a WhatsApp so they can try to respond. Okay. Share your WhatsApp number here.
Yeah.
So let's go through that.
Yes, I have the WhatsApp.
Let's
Okay. Thank you. I'll
not everything is a sign.
go to them.
Not
I
everything
don't know what to say again.
is for the best.
Thank you.
Painter of Lagos. Let's get connected to Painter of Lagos. But before then, someone says, I have African potential, but I didn't get any bonus. What should I do, coach? AS. From when you get African potential.
Hello, sir.
Grounds for qualification date for African potential bonus. So you can confirm when you bought. If you bought before the qualification date, it is to you. By the way, it has not been allotted yet. I don't know if it has. Sir,
Hello, sir.
good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
Okay, good afternoon. My name is Pascal. I'm streaming from Amawodofi, Lagos State, Nigeria.
Forward of Lagos. Thank you, Pascal, for joining. Go ahead.
Okay, sir, I've been following you for a while now. So, but I'm a complete novice when it comes to this talk thing. I don't know it, and I really want to, start doing it. So I don't know where to start. I don't know if maybe there is a video or something, or maybe a course from your end that someone can start with. I'm a complete novice. I don't know anything about investing in stock and broker and all this stuff. So I just said, let me reach out.
Okay. Send me a DM on Instagram. I'll send you the link to some of the helpful like on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
Then I'll also send you the link to join
Okay.
the Investors Club. You are free to be a novice.
Okay.
That's why we're here. Nobody was born with any skill. The only skill every human being
Okay, sir.
was how to suck breasts and survive. Every
Yes.
human being will learn. So
Okay.
anybody who is an expert in anything today wants to. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you. I'll send you a DM, sir.
And I will respond there. Enjoy your day.
Okay. Okay. Are you?
Okay, Ilesomi Aduni, you are next on the queue. While the connection is going on, let's see. Coach, I got a lot from Access Corp yesterday. A20, congratulations. I also got my Access a lot. And I'm sure so many other shareholders of Access Bank who got your alerts yesterday as well. Hello.
Good afternoon. This is Jumonke from Lagos Island.
Hello, Jumoke. Very good afternoon to you. Do you have up to 1,000 followers, please?
No, just
Okay.
950.
All right, we're getting there very soon. It will happen.
All right. Thank you very much. I just joined you today, so I didn't know anything about it before. So I started following you today.
Oh, awesome.
And I'm so interested in what you're saying.
Oh,
Still so
interesting.
interested. So I don't know how to start.
All right. Did you get my instruction about sending a DM on Instagram?
Okay.
Send me a DM on Instagram. I will
Okay.
step by step means of learning, and that's what we always teach here. Knowledge
Okay.
before investing. But the
Okay.
advantage you will have is while you are still learning, you can actually start taking your baby steps.
Okay.
You are learning and making money at the same time, but we really encourage everybody to learn so that going forward you can make decisions for yourself when you hear about what we are saying regarding any stuff. So you are in the very right place and hopefully you will see about your success too.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
You remain ever blessed.
All right.
Right. Team Perez. Okay, we have Kingsley Ahuchogu still waiting. All right, let's hear Kingsley. Hello.
Hello, Coach. Good afternoon. How are you doing today? How are you doing?
Great.
All right, a quick one. I know you don't have enough time. I'm Kingsley. I'm a regular caller though, from calling from UK.
All right, Kingsley from UK. Go ahead.
I just want to confirm something actually, just about between treasure bill. I'm just kind of confused at this federal government suku. Which one is more better to invest in? Because actually I've been trying to, it's quite paining me. I've been following you for a while now, a long time now, but I can't do anything, invest in stock because of Atlas said my BVN in Nigeria is not linked to my account. And I've been trying to reach my account officer and all those things to sort this out, but he said he doesn't know anything about it. And I don't have anyone back Nigeria that can help me sort this thing out. So I'm not thinking of, okay, since I can't reach out there, let me see if I can push some money, invest in treasure bills before this Sukuna came out. Like at the last class, I said, I heard you saying you should do Dangote Sugar. I really want to do it, but I didn't want to invest in it, but there's no way I could do it because of the BVN. They said is not linked to my bank account and I'm not back home. So I'm just trying to find out between treasure bills and this federal government sukuk, which is more preferable to go into investment.
Well, it depends on how soon you need the money. The super bond has a 7-year tenure. But at a maximum 365 days. Then, of course, there is also the issue of the interest rate. Super bonds interest rate, I think, should be higher. I am not confirmed yet. I think it should be higher at 19. So it looks like the super bond for now. But if it's the money within a year's time, the treasury rate is the best bet. Especially if you're planning to sort out a BVN, take that money to invest in it. But if you actually would reach, then I think that's it. A few things about BVN. You can actually link the BVN. A lot of people across the world. The consulate confirmed. Then also, there is a new non-resident Nigerian account, Nigeria account, that you can do from abroad. I think this can link for you without necessarily having to come back to Nigeria to go. I'm not very well about that. And let's see that.
All right, thank you very much. That was really good. Thank you for putting me in.
Thank you very much.
All right, have a nice day.
And just 1 minute to go. So sorry.